Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manushamhitapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kalamayam Dadati Vadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapajagamam Shri Guru Vaishnavanja Shri Rupam Sadvajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Savadetam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamja Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschadesha Tarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Blema Bhajayate Krishnaya Chaitanya Namne Gauritate Namah He Krishna Brahma Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tate Vanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchāratā Varudesha Kripa Sindhu Vayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are celebrating Nityananda Roshi today.
Haribo.
Is my voice audible? Can some devotees come here? Otherwise, just use this mic. But one second, maybe. Yeah. You can come this side. Some devotees behind. Audible. Yeah. So, Hare Krishna. So the best way of celebrating Nityananda Prabhu and is hearing the Katha of the Lord. So such days, all the days where we get more absorbed in Krishna, we more get absorbed in the personalities, his appearance or disappearances there. And what great fortune to get absorbed in the mercy of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. So let's hear the Nityananda Prabhu's Charitra from his childhood pastimes till the whole pastimes, whatever yatha dishtim, yatha shutam, yatha matim. So whatever I could remember, I speak about from beginning. I remember last year we had a 3 hours class on whole life journey of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. But today it's a voice class, so whatever we could do, we can do. And Shiva Sadhan devotees, if you wish, you can attend even Harila Prabhu's class at 8 a.m. There he is giving in the temple, so you have that opportunity to attend. You can physically go and attend that. There. Okay. So nice to see all voice devotees, and many congregation devotees also have joined today for the morning class. So I'm thinking every festival to have this class, because when you begin the festival hearing about that personality, it gives a life to the festival. You become really, you feel there's a festival today. And my one experience is on the day of a Janmashtami, it was full fast day. And me and myself and 2-3 devotees, we sat together reading Krishna's pastime of Krishna killing Aghasur. And we started 11 a.m. and discussing one chapter only from Bhagavatam. It became 3 p.m. We didn't realize it is fasting. Yesterday I was getting the same experience. His Holiness Radha Maharaj in Chapati during Gaur Purnima time, he started a class morning 9 a.m. and became 3 p.m. And we didn't realize that today is a fasting. In fact, the fasting day becomes the greatest feasting day. Feasting of the ears. Right? Generally, we do feasting with the mouth, but it becomes feasting by the ears, and it goes to the heart and nourishes the soul. And that's how we develop love for Krishna. Then, so so we start with the full. See, before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, first little bit about the tattva. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is a Guru Tattva. Is the Guru Tattva. He's the Adi Guru. There. So without Guru, we can't attain Krishna. So without Nityananda Prabhu, we cannot attain the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu is Guru Tattva, but himself is an expansion of Balaram, is an expansion of Krishna, the first expansion. And same Nityananda Prabhu is non-different from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, what is the relationship between Nityananda Prabhu and Srimati Radharani? So very nice paragraph, it talks about it there. So many times, okay, we have to pray to Radharani also, we have to pray to Nityananda Prabhu also, we have to pray to Guru also. So, what is the relationship on this? So, Nityananda Prabhu does not directly instruct in the confidential service of Krishna. Srimati Radhika is the Guru of the inner circular servants of Krishna. The Srimati Radhika, however, accepts the offer of service of only those souls who are especially favored by Nityananda and are deemed by him to be fit for her service. Therefore, there is therefore a most intimate relationship in the function of Nityananda Prabhu and that of Srimati Radharani, which at once supplementary to and inclusive of the former. That means, yes, because we offer all service to Srimati Radharani. But Srimati Radharani accepts whose service? Who's blessed by Guru Parampara. So, Guru Parampara also done directly, they approach through God Nitai. So, when approached by Nitai, and Srimati Radharani is herself Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna coming in the mood of Srimati Radharani and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the Nityananda Prabhu is pleased, the Krishna is pleased there. So starting with the birth of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And I think before I talk about, I talked about the Panch Tattva in the last class, so I'll not repeat that. So before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took birth, his associates took birth in Ranadesh. What is Ranadesh? Where Ganga doesn't flow, it's called Radhadesh. It's called Ranadesh. And it's not considered to be very auspicious because Ganges or no river is flowing over there. But all the associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they start taking birth in such places to purify even those places. So before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, Advaita had already was 52 years. Nityananda Prabhu also is elder to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a few years there. Exact count is mentioned. And then Shivas Thakur, he also appeared. And Gadadhar Pandit is quite contemporary to, quite similar in age to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all these Panchattvas, they appeared, the associates of the Lord. Like Haridas Thakur also appeared before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there. So now the Sri Nityananda Prabhu took birth in Ek Chakra Dham. This Ek Chakra Dham is something very, very special Dham, Ek Chakra. And this Ek Chakra Dham, it gives the mercy of even today you go, you can get mercy of Nityananda Prabhu in Ek Chakra Dham there. So it is some 5 hours from Mayapur. Quite right. And there in Ek Chakra Dham, there was a Hadai Pandit and Padmavati there. So they lived there, very, very pious Brahmanas lived there. They didn't have. So in there, on the 13th day of the waxing moon of the month of Magha, the Hadai Pandit, so in their home, Sri Nityananda Prabhu appeared. And everybody was feeling so much joyful. And they became so attached to Nityananda Prabhu. In fact, the whole village of Ek Chakra became attached to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Hadai Pandit will not go out of home anywhere, or go out of the town anywhere, because he's so attached to seeing Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu, along with all the, and not only Hari Pandit and thing, even all the people in the village of Ek Chakradham became attached to see Nityananda Prabhu. But Nityananda Prabhu would play with his coward friend, with all the friends in there. And what all games they will play, that's very amazing. They will play all the games of Lord's Leela. They will play the there. So sometimes they will enact the marriage of Vasudeva and Devaki. Then Kamsa will come, and Vasudeva will say, wait. So they will enact. It's a very amazing point of remembering Krishna's pastimes. Enact it into a play. And when you enact it into a play, you're remembering Krishna's pastimes. So they're playing like devotees do drama. So when you're doing the rehearsal of the drama, you're quite absorbed in that pastime, and it's very fun also. So that's how the game they will play. And sometimes they will play the pastime of lifting Govardhan hill. Another day they created a Vrindavan where they enjoyed various sports. They enact the Krishna's pastime is stealing the clothes of the gopis there. So all these wonderful pastimes they will do. And then they arrange the city of Mathura and then wander through his street. Then sometime Nityananda became Vaman and went to cheat Bali. And one day, like this pastime, they did of Rama Leela, where Nityananda became a Lakshman. And he had told a boy that you bring the Vajrapath, you bring Sanjeevani Booty, then only I will come back to life. But the problem happened, they forgot it. So Ravana in the play, the Ravana put a disc and Lakshman got Murchit. So the boy who put a Ravana as he put a disc and Nityananda became Murchit. But he is not coming to life only. And everybody worrying, Arey, he is not coming back to life. He went actual into that mood of Lakshman because he is the Lakshman. And he went in that mood and not come back to life. The whole village came, Hari Pandit came, Arey, what happened to our son? What happened? Then one boy remembered, he told, when I become Murchit, you should bring a Sanjeevani Booty. So then boy goes, kill the crocodile. One boy becomes a crocodile, he kills the crocodile, meets a Brahmana and get the Sanjeevani Booty and give the Sanjeevani Booty to Nityananda Prabhu, and then Nityananda came to life. So they actually perform the pastime because one who is performing his pastime is the person who lived those pastimes and is performing those pastimes. So, but nobody knew who is Nityananda Prabhu. Everybody was uncovered, and people were playing this beautiful pastimes of Sri Nityananda Prabhu there. But one day, one sannyasi came to the house of Hari Pandit and Padmavati. The nicely served the sannyasi. And they asked sannyasi, what can we do? And what did the sannyasi ask? I need assistant. Please give your son Nityananda. It was a thunder shock for Hari Pandit. He's so attached to his son Nityananda that how will I give my son? And you're remembering Dashrath. Vishwamit Mani also asked for Ram and Lakshman from. And Nityananda was very happy. It was his leela to go out, as a time for assisting Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. I don't want to just stay at home. So and now what to do? So the Hari Pandit discussed with Padmavati, and then finally with keeping a stone on his heart, okay, you take Nityananda. And Nityananda was very happy and went with the sannyasi. And here the whole village of Ek Chakra was feeling so much separation from Nityananda Prabhu. Hari Pandit did not eat for months together in separation of his son. And many people left that village because wherever they see anything, they remember Nityananda Prabhu. They couldn't tolerate that separation. And there. So they were so attached to Nityananda Prabhu. And then Nityananda Prabhu had a nice journey to South India. You'll see very amazing, even Balram, when the battle of Kurukshetra was going on, he visited all the holy places. He came to South India also. There. South Indian holy places. Same way Balram first went to Prayag, took bath in Sangam. It was a time of Magh. Right? So he went and took bath in Sangam, and then he went through many places. The whole Lord Nityananda Prabhu's traveling to different places are being mentioned. So he went to Hastinapur, the abode of the Pandavas, and remembering Balaram's glorious activity in Hastinapur, he called out, "Oh Haldar, please save me," and then offered obeisances. He is the same Haldar. Then he went to Dwarka, Nityan Prabhu. Then went to the ashram of Kapil Dev, Siddhapura. He went to Matsya Tirtha, then Bindu Sarovar, then come to Chandala Guhaka. Then he went to Madurai, went to many places. Same way Balaram also went to all places except Puri. To Puri, if he goes, he not go and worship himself, right? It's too embarrassing. Yeah. So Nitan Prabhu is going to all the places, and then he went to Shiv Kachi and Vishnu Kanchi. He was laughing. These people are fighting. That who is, and that Shiva is supreme, Lord Vishnu is supreme, not knowing who is Shiva and Vishnu. This Vaishnavites and Shaivite both are fighting in Vishnu Kachi and Shiv Kachi. If you go Kanchipuram, there's a Vishnu Kachi and there are Shiv Kachi. And finally, he arrived at Mathura. Now, see, till that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Nitanpur did not start to preach. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started to Sankirtan in Navadip. Then Nitanpur got a signal, "Oh, my Lord has started Sankirtan, pass him, let me come." The Nitan Prabhu was not there in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's scholarly Leela. So when Gaur Purnima comes, we'll discuss about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gaura Leela. That how in Gaur Leela, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing, so what happens in the Gaura Leela, so in the Gaura Leela, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a scholarly pastime. And after having a scholarly pastime, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to then he started a Sankirtan. The Nitan Prabhu did not, Nitan Prabhu could have started the preaching before also. That's what the mission they have come for. But unless I receive the instruction from my master Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I'll not start the Sankirtan movement there. I'll not start the Sankirtan or start preaching. So Nitan Prabhu, he started to there. So he traveled to Navdeep now from Mathura. He was staying. And Mathura, he was staying at Advaita Vat there, where Advaita Acharya had worshipped Madan Mohan there. So Nitan Prabhu comes to Navdeep. Now when Nitan Prabhu comes to Navdeep, now how God, see, in any movie you see, how the two heroes meet. If there are two heroes, how the two heroes meet, they will show it a very fine scene. And same way you see the scriptures also, when there is introduction of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, so how they will introduce Krishna as a charioteer of Arjuna. Even in Bhagavatam also, how Krishna is introduced as a charioteer of Arjuna. See, Krishna, that's the beauty of Krishna. He likes to be introduced as a servant of his devotees. And and what crucial moments you will describe. When greatest calamity came, the Brahmastra is coming, the nuclear missile is coming. And that's the time he is described in Bhagavatam. Because the nuclear missile is coming and described in Srimad Bhagavatam. And even here also, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the meeting of Nityan Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is happening, Chaitanya Bhagavat is being described. How beautiful this meeting. So when Nityan Prabhu came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he got up and he took all the associates, oh Haridas, oh Adacharya, oh others, please hear. I just saw in the dream one very fulgent personality wearing the blue turban, wearing the blue dress, quite heighted. He came to Navdeep. Please go and find him out. Very special personality with very height and thing, go and find. So all the devotees went to find Nityananda Prabhu, and for hours they were searching, they could not find. Then finally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to the house of Nandan Acharya and found Nityananda Prabhu. And that was the first meeting of Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that meeting is very, very special. And now very, very special, I'll just and before that meeting, Nityananda Prabhu had met Sripad Madhavendra Puri. See, Madhavendra Puri is the guru of Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri is the guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And even when Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda met, it was a festival of joy. Because it is Madhavan Puri who is a root in the spiritual world. He brought this Krishna Prema. Madhavan Puri brought this Krishna Prema. From where? From Golok Vrindavan. From Golok Vrindavan, Madhavan Puri brought this Krishna Prema. There. Because otherwise this was such ecstatic love for Krishna. See, there was a one reverence for Lord was there, but that ecstatic prema for Krishna was brought by Madhavan Puri. So Madhavan Puri is the root of love of God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the trunk of love of God, from whom everything is emanating there. And Madhavan Puri and Nityananda Prabhu met, and they were so joyful. They were so kirtan. And Nityananda Prabhu said, "It's my great fortune. The result of visiting all the holy places of pilgrimage have now borne fruit. Today I have seen the lotus feet of Madhavan Puri. Seeing his ecstatic love of God, my life has become successful." And they traveled sometime together discussing Krishna Katha. Relishing. See, when you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, you will find how all those devotees are relishing talking about Krishna with each other. There is no ego, there is no envy, and they're so happy just discussing about Krishna there. So when you discuss about Krishna, Machitta Matgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayanta Shamam Nityam Tashyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So a devotee aspiration is, when do I desire great joy in hearing and discussing Krishna Katha? That's the aspiration of the devotee. Vishnu Prabhupada writes in the first canto of Bhagavatam, the first quality to enter the kingdom of God is the eagerness to hear about God. The first qualification to enter the kingdom of God is eagerness to hear about the Lord. And that's what Krishna is so much glorifying even in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, that those Machitta Madgata Prana. Because see, when you hear about the Lord, in this world you see how you develop attraction to something. Like why you have to work 12 hours in office every day, 8-9 hours in office, work so hard. Because you are hurt from childhood. So after working so hard also you feel we have done a great work. Because you thought that something this is to be alluded to have work in an MNC company, to work for a software company is a dream goal. Because from childhood we are hearing, so we take great pride in doing that work. Isn't it? Working thing. Because you are hearing from childhood. Because we have that experience and we are hearing, so we become attached to that thing. There. Though sometimes a dukanwala is earning more than a software engineer in the city. But because you have heard that software work is glorious and dukanwala work is not glorious, so you feel, अरे चलो यही काम करते हैं. Right there. And reality is what, अगर वो अपने घर में दुकान खोलता तो ज्यादा कमाता था, यहाँ बेचारा नाइट आउट करके भी परेशान हो गया है और हेल्थ भी प्रॉपर नहीं है और सेविंग दुकान वाले की ज्यादा हो जाती है क्योंकि रहने का खर्चा कम है और सिटी में जो बेचारा इतना काम कर रहा है वो सेविंग नहीं बचता है. बट बिकॉज वी हैव हर्ड फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड कि सॉफ्टवेयर में काम करना है, ये करना है, सो एवरीबडी गोज इन दैट डायरेक्शन. दैट्स द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ hearing. You understood the point? That's the importance of hearing. So whatever you hear, that's what you do. कोई बोलेगा ना कि clean the stool of the dog. People are ready to do that because they heard to have a dog is so nice, maintain the dog. So many brahmanas, they have taken Shaligram Shila out of their houses, but they're cleaning the stool of dog. And they take great pride in it. My dog is like that. Because it's a US culture and we will follow that culture. So previously they were serving Shaligram brahmanas. I see near our temple, there have been a lot of, so the many, see, they would worship Shaligram, the Lord. But Shaligram is not there. Now, who has come? The dog has come and they clean, they're busy morning cleaning the dogs, then chanting the verses and serving the Shaligram. Because they have been hearing that this is important to do. ये क्या होगा deity worship करके, क्या होगा, कैसे होगा करके. So hearing is a very important and very powerful thing. So when you keep hearing from a right source about Krishna, about these personalities, then naturally our heart developing love for them, attachment for them. And therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam, more than chanting, the hearing. Chanting is the most important process. Because how will you do chanting unless you hear about them? Yeah. So then they keep on doing the chanting, keep on hearing about the Supreme Lord. And that is something a very powerful way to remember Krishna there, and by which our heart would be very much satisfied, very much feel the bliss in our heart of the love for Krishna. So when we hear about the Lord, then actually Rati awakens there. And actually how a boy also gets into difficulty because he heard about a girl's quality or imagined about a girl's quality. Or a girl also hear about a boy's quality, so they get into trouble. And after 1 year, they realize the realities of life. So, but when you hear about Krishna, Krishna's qualities are completely real, and you get attracted to Krishna. Get attracted to Krishna's beauty. How Krishna, whatever Krishna does, he does it perfectly. Any relationship Krishna does, he does it in a perfect sense. If he's a friend, he's the best friend. If he's a son, he's the best son, best naughtiest son. If he's a lover, he's the best lover. And he's a master, he's the best master. So in this world, whatever relationship we have, we never get satisfied. The same relationship, we get satisfied with Krishna there. And that's a whole perfection of life, prema, that we develop that prema, that sambandha with Krishna. But before developing sambandha with Krishna, we will develop sambandha with Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because only by their mercy can we develop sambandha with Krishna in the age of Kali. So therefore, hearing about Nityananda Prabhu and what happens when you see the devotion of Nityananda Prabhu and towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, see the devotion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu towards Krishna. Seeing their devotion for Krishna, automatically in our heart devotion for Krishna awakens. Like Srila Prabhupada, even in the introduction of Srimad Bhagavatam, he is writing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is writing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And what is writing in the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Because unless you understand a Bhagavat, how you understand the book Bhagavat? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is himself the best Bhagavat. Himself is Krishna coming and Prabhupada writes there. So more we should learn. In fact, there is a one small book also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And there, whole life is life and small book, life and teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And everybody can read. Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur will tell his disciple to read Chaitanya Bhagavat 100 times. Because when we hear about, there have been lectures of many Maharajas about, Gaul Leela. So we should become attached to these personalities, Gaurang Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, that could really help us in our life to become attached to this. And then doing path of bhakti becomes very, very easy. When you're attached to them, the path of bhakti becomes very, very easy. So, chapter, so Nityananda Prabhu's meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So finally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets Nityananda Prabhu. And here is the beauty of Nityananda Prabhu described. Lord Nityananda chanted the holy names. He poses Lord Nityananda was dressed as an Abduta, as an mendicant. He poses a very attractive body. He was always in a deep and a sober mood. Lord Nityananda chanted the holy names of Krishna throughout the day and night. He was the abode of Lord Chaitanya's mercy within the 3 words. He often shouted loudly because of his ecstasy, being maddened with love of God. The enchanting beauty of his face defeated millions of wounds. His sweet smile enlivened all the people of the world. His beautiful, brilliant teeth were just like rows of pearls, and his two broad lotus eyes increased the beauty of his face. His hands reached to his knees, and his chest was very broad. His lotus feet were expert in walking. Lord Nityananda spoke to everyone with burning compassion. Hearing the words from his lotus mouth completely destroyed one's bondage to fruitive activities. There. And then Nityananda arrived, he said, Jaya, Jaya. Now both Haridas Thakur and Shivas Pandit could not find Nityananda Prabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself went to the house of Nandan Acharya. And everybody saw a joy-like personality sitting in the house of Nandan Acharya. Nitai, Koti, Nitai, Padakamna, Koti Chandra, Shushita. So the effulgence was equal to millions of suns. See, Lord has a natural effulgence, but he hides his effulgence, otherwise he's not able to see the Lord. He is the source of sun, so naturally he has to be effulgent more than the sun. He was sitting in his own mood, deeply absorbed in ecstatic meditation, smiling all the while. So aware that Nityananda was in deep trance of devotion, Lord Vishambhani associate offer obeisances. Everyone stood aside with him on reverence. No one said a word. They simply stared at him. There. Now Mahaprabhu came before Nityananda Prabhu. There. The luster of gold appeared most insignificant before the transcendental body of Lord Nityananda. While gazing at his two broad pinkish eyes, one wondered, are these lotus flowers? His two long arms reached to his knees. A fine thread, sacred thread, beautifies his broad chest. His forehead was wonderfully decorated with marks of tilak, and his body looked enchanting even without ornament. His fingernails defeated the beauty of millions of joys. His attractive smile. Sorry, mainly what I'm describing of Nityananda Prabhu. His smile was like I smile at you. Your heart is lost. He glanced at you. You are lost. That beautiful persona of Nityananda Prabhu dressed in blue clothes there. Now Vishamba stood. And immediately to show the greatness of love of Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told one devotee, Lord Shivas Pandit recited a verse. Bhara Pidam Natavara Vapu Karnyo Karnikaram Vebhrata Bhasa Kanaka Kapisham Vejanti Chamalam Randhan Venu Adara Sudaya Puryan Gopa Vrinde Vrindaranyam Sapadaravnam Vishad Gita Kirti. So with a peacock feather ornament upon his head, blue karnikara flowers on his ears, a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and a Vajanti garland, the Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form. So Nattavaravapu. So this is a form the gopis are describing this verse at a time where Krishna is entering the forest. The gopis is talking about Krishna, and this is a form with Sukdev Goswami describing Krishna entering the forest of Vrindavan. How Nattavaravapu. They will dress themselves so beautifully, like a nata, like an actor. Natavar. You can open little window, some ventilation will come. Yeah. So Natavar. So Natavarapu, like a nata, Krishna enters the forest. And with what? Vajanti Mala. So Vajanti Mala means mala with 5 flowers. It's called Vajanti Mala. Kanaka Kapisham. Kanaka Kapisha means having the yellow dhoti, having the yellow this thing. Kanaka Kapisham Vajanti Cha Mala. Randharana Venu. And Krishna is playing his flute, putting his nectar into that flute. And he's entering along with the Gopas in that Vrindavan there. And that beautiful photo, how Krishna is entering. And when Nityananda Prabhu heard this, what will happen? He went into ecstasy. Same with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. One time he was with his all friends. That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned from Gaya. And one Brahmana started reciting the verse. Shamam hiranya paridhim vanamale bhara dhatu pravala jasa. There. So there are three verses which describe Krishna's beauty in Srimad Bhagavatam. The one was recited by Brahma, one was recited by Brahman Patnis, and third was the gopis there. And those three verses describe Krishna form so exclusively, so beautifully. And actually, if you absorb your mind in these forms of Krishna, the beautiful things of this world will not titillate your mind. The beautiful forms of this world will not titillate your mind if you recite those verses about Krishna's beauty. So this is the beauty of Krishna there. So when the great devotees hear about Krishna's beauty, what happens? Krishna's form come in their mind. Actually, they are already seeing Krishna. And when they hear it, the form gets manifested and they get into completely absorption in that form there, when they attain there. And Krishna's form enchants the whole world. Rupa Madhuri. There. So that is the real Rupa of Krishna. In fact, one devotee was telling this Mirabai, she was actually in her last life, she got married to a Gopa. And while that Gopa brought that lady in the to Vrindavan, so he was Krishna's friend only. But his family member has said, never see Krishna. Otherwise, you will forget your mind. You will forget yourself. So when Krishna came, kya muh dikhai honi chahiye na? When somebody marries, there's a muh dikhai ki rasam. So she did not hold to open the pallu. And Krishna said, one day you will become mad to see me. And next life she became Mirabai to see Krishna. So this I heard from Sri Keshav Prabhu, one devotee. I couldn't find the source for it. But the point is, when he sees Krishna, he don't want to see anything on this world there. So when you keep practicing chanting the holiness purely, and by the mercy of devotees, that form of the Lord gets imprinted in the mind of a devotee. And nothing else in this world looks pleasing than the form of the Lord. But because now we are doing so many offenses, we are not able to experience that form. But when you keep chanting attentively and offenselessly, then Krishna's that form is manifested in the devotee's heart, and you don't feel anything else in this world to be comparable to the sweetness of this. And devotees in Chaitanya Charitamrita are actually experiencing Krishna's beauty. And when they hear those verses, when they get absorbed into it, they completely get lost, like Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Gadadhar Pandit had taken so once Mukunda wanted to introduce Gadadhar Pandit to a great devotee named Pundarik Vidyanidhi. But the problem is, the Pundarik Vidyanidhi lived very opulent. So when Gadadhar Pandit went and saw it, whom am I to make? He's a Vishay. He's a Vishay. He's just sitting in a bed. 3-4 people are doing chama to him, and he's eating pan and then the betel nuts. How he brought me to Vishay? Mukunda understood. So to help Gadadhar Pandit understand who is Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he recited the verse. Aho Bhakyam Sankalakotam Jiga Siyapiya Sadari Lebe Gatim Dha Sharanam Tatonyam Kamba Dayalu Sharanam Prachina. So that how Krishna, Putana, who has come to kill Krishna, Krishna gave us the sthan of a mother in his Golok Vrindavan. And when Pundarik Vidyanidhi heard it, his ecstasy started to manifest. He started to पूरा बेड ही अपना खाली कर दी और सारे jewels भी निकाल के फेंक दी. And he is complete ecstasy trance in thing. And when Gadadhar Pandit saw that, my God, I did a great aparadh. That such a Mahabhagavad, I was thinking him to a Vishay. And then to mitigate it often, Gadadhar Pandit took Diksha from Pandit Vidyan. There. So Gadadhar Pandit Vidyanidhi, none other than Vrishmanu Maharaj. And Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani without the bhava of Srimati. There. So that's how the Gadadhar Pandit, he there. So great devotees will have that kind of ecstasy hearing Krishna's pastimes there of the Lord, that they will completely get lost when they hear about Krishna. They get completely lost in their life and completely goes into great ecstatic trance. And upon hearing this verse, Nityananda Prabhu fell to the ground unconscious. In great ecstasy, he remained inert as Lord Gauranga urged he was to continue. Awaking after a short while, Nityananda began to cry. Repeatedly hearing the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, he became maddened. He roared like a lion, and the sound shook the universe. He jumped into the air, again fell to the ground so forcefully that everyone thought that he broke his bones into pieces. What to speak of others, even the Vaishnavas became afraid. Oh Krishna, please save him, please save him. So this was the ecstasy of Nityananda Prabhu. And same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, in separation from Krishna, sometime will dance, sometime will jump. And Saji Mata would pray, oh my, mere nimai ki kuch nahi ho, Lord protect him while he is painting. Such kind of ecstasy they felt there. It's beyond. Even Brahma, Shiva, they get astonished seeing the ecstasies what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu face. And they have come to give those ecstasies to us. But time is awaiting. If we follow the process rightly there. See, now we are now struggling to give up the desire for sense gratification. But what is awaiting is much more. And such a thing is there. And then Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met together, embraced each other. And the whole description of Krishna Katha and such dancing kirtans, they were jumping. And when God Nitai will dance together, my God, it was so jumping high together, and so many wonderful pastimes will happen there. And you see, God Nitai are always in a dancing pose. You've seen any deity God Nitai? You'll see God Nitai in a dancing. They like to dance. If you just keep doing nice Harinam Sankirtan, they will be so happy. And that's the mode of Ganatai. They just want to do Sankirtan, just want to, beautifully dance. So once my spiritual master was telling, Ganatai have come to make us dance. And just by dancing in Sankirtan, we will realize the Rasa of Shri Krishna. There. Just by dancing in the Sankirtan, because the Sankirtan, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving, if you think, proper rites on the way to Krishna was a very elementary book. That chanting Krishna's name in dancing kirtans is not different from Ras Leela. How many of you read that on the way to Krishna? So, this is a new book and Prabhupada is mentioning all that. There. So God Nitai, they have come to make a dance, and the dancing kirtans of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Ras Leela of Shri Krishna. So taking part in dancing kirtans, taking part in the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so special. It's so special. Better. And that's how all the devotees missing. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu celebrated the Vyas Puja of Nityananda. Because the original Vyasadeva. It's a Guru Tattva. So they celebrated the Vyas Puja of Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda glorified Nityananda Prabhu, and there's another thing. So all the associates are there. And then Chaitanya saying, Nada brought me here from Vaikuntha, but he's living peacefully with Haridas. I descended to inaugurate the Nam Sankirtan movement. I will preach this chanting in each and every house. However, I will not give love of God to those fallen souls who offend my devotees, being proud of their learning, wealth, high birth, knowledge, and austerity. I will freely give to anyone this love of God, which even Lord Brahma really attained. So why we are not feeling that love of God? Because of offenses to devotees. Otherwise, we also can feel the same love, what is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yesterday, one girl came, a small girl, asking that I felt tears while I was standing in line for Balaji. I felt tears in my eyes. I start crying. I asked him, which is better, to cry for a boy or to cry for Krishna? And he said, actually, we have that love in our heart. But now it is in the form of chaya abhas. In our conditioned state, we actually cannot feel that love for Krishna. It's in the form of chaya abhas. So sometimes rati abhas, and sometimes visible, like a shadow there. But only when our heart is completely purified, purified, then actually we can have that love for Krishna there, and we can we can also feel those emotions for Krishna. We can also feel those things. But for that, niraparada naam de. If you chant the holy name, offenses sake, praying for the mercy of Gauranga Prabhu and Nityananda, and then mercy can completely inundate our heart. Yeah. And in the Vyas Puja, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told and the vastra of Nityananda Prabhu's kopin they got. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, all devotees, please tie the kopin of Nityananda on your heads. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself tore the piece of the kopin cloth and gave to all the devotees. So you'll find also after Abhishek, the Pujari will give you the kopin cloth of Nityananda Prabhu. And many devotees tie in the head. So that pastime comes in the Chaitanya Bhagavat. There. And that Vyas Puja ceremony, what a very special event. But in Chaitanya Bhagavat mentions about the kopin cloth of Nityananda Prabhu. They come. One day, she was invited Nityananda Prabhu for his lunch. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came over there. And there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed his 600 form. And Nityananda Prabhu started to glorify. And sometimes, and those beautiful pastimes happen there. And in one day, Sachi Mata, both God Nitai came. And Sachi Mata would treat both Nityananda Prabhu also as a son only. So God Nitai, and she saw Krishna Balram in her home. And God Nitai, both are fighting. Sometimes they become God Nitai, sometimes they become Krishna Balram. She gets confused. Seeing their son. And you might have heard the fight of Nityananda Prabhu and Advaitacharya. See, two lords are fighting. Two lords are fighting. So one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorified. The verse I was studying, it is here. So most magnanimous Nityananda Prabhu was absorbed in the mellows of love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya wholly approved of whatever he said and did. Once Gauranga asked Nityananda, please give me one of your kopins. I have a desire to keep it. After saying this, Lord took a kopin from Lord Nityananda and tore it into small pieces. He distributed those pieces of Nityananda Prabhu's kopin to all the Vaishnavas. Lord Chaitanya then said to all Vaishnavas, all of you tie this piece of cloth around your heads. What do you speak of Vaishnavas? Even masters of mystic perfection desire this piece of kopin. One can attain devotional service to Lord Vishnu only by the mercy of Nityananda. Know that Nityananda possesses the complete potency of the Supreme Lord. There is no one dearer to Krishna than Nityananda. He eternally serves Krishna as a companion, bed, ornament, associate, and brother. The qualities of Nityananda are incomprehensible even to the Vedas. He is the father, protector, and friend of all living entities. His dealings are full of transcendental mellows of love for Krishna. If one serves Nityananda, he will attain loving devotional service to Krishna without a doubt. So all of you should tie this piece of Nityananda's kopin there around your head with devotion. You should worship this piece of cloth in your homes with great respect. Yes. So that's how that tradition of wearing Nityananda Prabhu's kopin thread in head started. You've seen devotees wearing that because it's in Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Listen, my dear devotees, all of you drink the water that has washed Nityananda Prabhu's lotus feet. And that's why the Charnamrit we get on the Abhishek day is very, very special because coming from the feet of the Lord. Actually, this is all to gain the Lord's mercy. You got my point? We do all these things so that we become dear to the Lord and we get Lord's mercy. That's the idea behind doing all this. It's not like a ritual, तुम ऐसा करोगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा, ऐसा करोगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. It's not that kind of rituals. So they are like, it brings the Lord's mercy when you do these things. And the thing there. And then Lord and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu distributed the there. And Jagai Madai past time I told yesterday the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. And then Jagai Madai prayed. Now there comes amazing pastime. Lord Gauranga told about that I'm going to take sannyas. To whom? Nityananda Prabhu. There. See, let us understand what is special about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord himself. So he married 2 times Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First he married Vishnu Priya, Lakshmi Priya. Lakshmi Priya. First he married Lakshmi Priya. But while he went to while he went to Bengal, so she was feeling so separation, she left her body. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again came and married Vishnu Priya. So he lived a very ideal householder life. See, householder should have a wife. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived as a householder and he married the second time, Vishnu Priya. And his mother, the Jagannath Mishra, passed away because when Vishwambar had taken sannyas, the Jagannath Mishra always feared that our second son will also take sannyas. He stopped the studies of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. Nimai, don't go to school. If you go to school, he'll become sannyasi there. So sometimes, if a son joins, then the parents don't allow the brother to go near the Vaishnavas. Because he'll also become a thing and don't do. Then Nimai start doing such a masti. Then finally parents had to send him to school. So, and see, Mahaprabhu's, though in Kali Yuga, I say, taking karma sannyas is not allowed. Like in Vedic time, generally most people will take sannyas. It's like a regular feature. Brahmacharya, Grasta Jivan, Vanprastha and sannyas. But in Kali Yuga, sannyas is forbidden. Because people don't live ideal Grasta life or a purity of life, and becoming a sannyasi, they may bring so many problems. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas because that time the sannyasis are very much respected. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come to give love of God. But what happened, because of the excesses of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a pastor may describe, so one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the mood of a gopi. And he's taking Radharani taking the mood of gopi. So one of the friends, Brahmana friends of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, why are you taking name of gopi? Take name of Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became angry. Hey, why take name of Krishna? This Krishna killed Vali. Krishna cheated the gopis. Why should I take name of Krishna? See, this is a sign of love. Sometimes mother becomes angry because of love for you. So same way, the gopis also become angry with Krishna. We don't want to hear about Krishna. Krishna left us. Krishna is this. Krishna is this. utter love. And again, they will think of Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in that mood, but this Brahmana could not understand. He went to the other man. What does Namai Pandit think of himself? He's also a Brahman like us. We'll beat him. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thinking, Arey, I have come to deliver people. If they think to beat me, that means they're going to worse kind of hells there. So better I will take sannyas so that everybody respect, and just by paying obeisance, everybody pay obeisance to sannyasi, and by paying obeisance, they all will get liberated. To the people who are blaspheming, to show the way to such people, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And from whom? Sannyas from his loving wife, his eternal consort, Lakshmi Devi. The sannyas from his eternal mother, Sachi Devi. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is able to take sannyas. Because for Lord, he is the supreme enjoyer. He doesn't have to renounce anything. Everything is meant for his enjoyment. But he took sannyas for the benefit of all living entities. And the first person, and just think, the devotees loved him so much to take sannyas from such devotees. How difficult it would be for the Lord there. But Lord thought to benefit everybody, he took sannyas. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, however, understood the Lord's intention that he would soon leave home and accept sannyas there. And Lord said, listen, Nityananda, I will tell you my heart desire. I descended to deliver the people of the entire world. Instead of delivering them, I'm simply destroying them there. And I've thus disclose my heart to you. I'm determined to give up my household life. Please do not feel sad because of this. Of course, those times, people actually took sannyas living, like Ramanacharya. He was also married. He also took sannyas there. So many, Sridhar Swami, he was also married. He took sannyas. But in current modern times, especially in ISKCON, if you have householder life, they should live a proper householder life. They should not come in between. There. So somebody is a householder, they should do their responsibilities completely. Otherwise, many people think, "Arey, household life is miserable, better take sannyas." There. So either you and there. So how somebody enters a household life, you should enter a household life till 50, do your responsibilities, then both husband and wife can and then things there. But Vedic time, the people took sannyas after marriage, especially Sri Sampradaya there. So I will, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only told few people, Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, and Chandrasekhar Acharya, his mama. So only few people Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told taking sannyas. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the last day, nobody knew Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to take sannyas. It was kept a secret. Everybody, all of his associates came in the night, that night. And the last dish Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate was offered by Sridhar. He brought a pumpkin from his roof. And that was cut and made a lauki ki kheer. And that was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the night fell. Everybody was sleeping. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left house. And Mother Sachi was there. Mother Sachi was crying. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told her, I am Supreme Lord. I have become your son many, many lifetimes. So gave some gyan. So Sachi Mata specified. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went ahead and went by swimming. He went to Khatwa. And in Khatwa, the barber who was supposed to cut the hairs, he was crying. So beautiful hair, so Mahaprabhu, I have to cut it. I have to shave Mahaprabhu. You know, barber was crying. In fact, the barber left the job of barber and he took the job of making sweets after that. And everybody was so much crying while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taking sannyas. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu start dancing so that everybody forget that he is taking. All the people of Khatwa who saw him first time, they were crying. How such a personality is taking sannyas? Man, he's so curly hairs and dancing. And then Nityananda Prabhu was there with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at that time, and after sannyas, and now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru Keshav Bharati. Now Keshav Bharati is from the Mayavad Sampradaya. The point may come, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas from Mayavad Sampradaya. because that time the Mayava Sampradaya was very much respected. So we took sannyas from there, then people were respected, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give them bhakti. Even Ramanacharya's guru was a Mayavadi. Madhvacharya's guru was also a Mayavadi person there. But they preach personalism there. They preach personalism, they preach devotion to Lord Vishnu there. And Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was going, and then Keshav Bharati, he told, no, I got a dream, and I got this mantra in that dream. Is it good mantra? And he has a very nice mantra, chant this mantra. So first he initiated Keshav Bharati, and then Keshav Bharati initiated Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And both Sannyas Guru and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu both were dancing together after in Sangeet. He made him dance. He delivered even Keshav Bharati also. And then Nityananda Prabhu was together with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And very strange things after Sannyas Nityananda Prabhu will do. So first Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go to Vrindavan. Nityananda Prabhu knew how devotees are feeling so much painful. Mother Sachi is feeling so much painful. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not going to hear of anybody. So he played a trick, brought all the devotees to Shantipur, brought Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Shantipur. All the devotees met. Their pain of separation for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went away. And how they started to, dance together, again waited for it there. And then further, Mother Saji told, better stay at Puri, don't go to Vrindavan. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very sensitive to his mother. Oh, I don't know what madness I came. I took this sannyas, mother, what should I do? And mother told, better now you cannot give up sannyas. Because that time she was also Vedic mother, no? There. So mother said, no, better you cannot. Now there. But stay in Puri, because I will keep getting your news. So mother also got pacified and things there. The way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu deal with though he took sannyas, but very nicely he dealt with his mother Sachi. So that mother Sachi doesn't feel that, array, my son betrayed me, my son, It's very nicely he dealt with his mother. And then Nityananda Prabhu, so then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went only with 3-4 associates. Now on the way, while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu going, so on the way they came Sakshi Gopal, they heard the story of Madhuri and Puri there. And when they came to this Adhara Nala, this Dandabhang Nadi, Nityananda Prabhu thought, why my Lord is carrying this danda? He's taking this burden of carrying a danda. And that to ek danda. Ek danda who carries? Mayavadi sannyasis carries. Vaishnava sannyasi carries 3 danda. He broke the danda into 3. But while Lord should carry the 3 danda also, he threw the 3 danda also into the river. And now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came after bathing. Where is my danda? And the other devotee told, Lord, I think Damodar Pandit told, Lord, Nityananda broke the danda. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, hey, why you broke my danda? Why you broke my danda? Now Nityananda Prabhu's mood was, actually, there are 4 categories of sannyasis, 4 labels of sannyasis. So in the stage of Parivajacharya, you carry danda. But when you become Paramahamsa, you don't carry danda. My Lord is Paramahamsa, why should he carry danda? So that was the mood of Nityananda. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very, Arey Nityananda, why did you broke my danda? You should not have broken my danda. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also became a little angry. You all will stay back, I will go alone to Jagannath Puri. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went alone to Jagannath Puri. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went, he also became ecstatic. And he fell unconscious. And that time Sarvantacharya took there. And when Nityananda Prabhu went, he also went ecstatic to embrace Jagannath. And many bodyguards came. Nityananda Prabhu gave one shoe and they flew away. They all flew away there. And then, and when devotees have to say anything and they cannot say to Mahaprabhu, they will approach Nityananda Prabhu. Then you say. When Pratap Rudra had to get a mercy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, hey, he's a Vishay, I will not meet him. He's a Vishay, he's a king. He's always with politics and things, I will not meet him. If sannyasi meets him, sannyasi Dharma will get destroyed. So all the duty very afraid to say, And king said, if I cannot get darshan of Lord Mahaprabhu, what is the use of my life? I will take sannyas. I'll become a bhikshuk. I'll become a bhikshukanpata bhikshuk there. So if I don't get mercy of Lord, I will become a bhikshuk. I will beg. And then Nityananda Prabhu started, Lord, Lord, what do you want me to do? Lord, this Pratap is going to become bhikshuk. You want me to meet him? One day I will go to Atharna, if all of you say like that. I will go to Alana, if you say like that. No, Lord, but please save his life. What will happen to the kingdom? Then suggest what you do. Then Nityananda suggested, Lord, please give your 3. So when somebody has to get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they get mercy through whom? Nityananda. But Nityananda's mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart will melt. So previously, Pratap was no mercy. But Nityananda Prabhu requested. Then Lord Chaitanya gave him Utri. And how does Pratanruddha treated the Utri of Lord? He took the Utri of Lord Chaitanya and worshipped in his altar. Now in them false ego also, na? Lord ne Utri bhi diya, kya ye karta? But he worshipped the Utri. And Lord became pleased. Then his son came. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced his son. The moment Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced his son jumped into ecstasy only. The son jumped into ecstasy only there. And so much ecstatic the son started to feel. He couldn't tolerate. See the happiness, intolerable happiness. Anytime experience intolerable happiness. See, intolerable pain we can get. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give such intolerable happiness, we cannot tolerate and become worship. And he became one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And actually those times, anybody Mahaprabhu embraced, he will get instant Krishna play. Now we have to take pills. It was an injection. Now you have to pills of chanting Hare Krishna every day. You have to take pills of chanting. Because our subtle body has to melt. Before we can feel those ecstasies, our material subtle body, our false ego has to melt. Till that time, we are not feeling that ecstasy symptom. And when this false ego will melt, that time this ecstasy will manifest. Our love for Krishna will manifest at that time when that love will awaken in the heart. And this is the mercy God has come to give. To the most unqualified people of Kali Yuga, the highest mercy, the greatest love, the greatest bliss. And whole Chaitanya Charitamrita about is this bliss of love for Krishna. It's very common. They're crying in love for Krishna to each other, and they're doing. And just reading those symptoms, you also feel, oh, now what nice is process. Why I'm not practicing seriously there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes, and then the Nityananda Prabhu arranged the mercy. Same way Kala Krishna Das, Pastor I told Nityananda Prabhu's name. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finally told Nityananda Prabhu to get married. And that was very difficult for Nityananda Prabhu. I'll read the exact dialogues. I yesterday cut it short.
Okay.
I forgot to tell about Raghunath Das Goswami last time. So this Raghunath Das Goswami was, it shows, this passage of Raghunath Das Goswami shows that without mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, you cannot get the mercy of Chaitanya Prabhu. So Raghunath Das Goswami, from his childhood, he would see Haridas Thakur. So he also wanted to like Haridas Thakur. So his father was a big millionaire and a billionaire. He will take so much of tax and he'll keep some 20% taxes himself only. So he was a big billionaire. And in fact, he was married. He has a wife like, Sachi. But still he wanted to be in footsteps of Haridas Thakur. So one time he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, hey, don't be Markat Vairagi. Better be a man of ponds and Shini. So he actually took the karobar of his father and did it nicely. But after one year, again, the spirit of renunciation awakened in him. And he wanted to go to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri. But whenever he runs from home, his parents will catch him by guard. In fact, his mother was saying, tie him with ropes. Father said, Arey, if wealth like Indra and wife like Sachi could not bind him, what will bind him? These ropes cannot bind him there because he had attained the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was trying so much, but he was not able to get the mercy of successful. Then he understood, without mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, I cannot get the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Then, Panihati, Nityananda Prabhu had come with associate to the house of Raghav Pandit. So when Nityananda Prabhu was sitting, Raghunath Das Goswami goes to the feet of Nityananda Prabhu, and Nityananda Prabhu kept his feet over Raghunath Das Goswami. First, he was not coming near it. Said, oh, today I found the thief. You were running away. Now you have come. May Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bless you. Soon you will have darshan of Mahaprabhu. You will get the darshan of Mahaprabhu. Then what start happening is, tell Nityananda Prabhu, I will give you a punishment. What is the punishment? You have to feed Dahi Chida to all the Vaishnavas. And that's how the Panihati Chida Dahi festival started. And I will not go describe the festival. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally appeared in the festival. Then finally Nityananda Prabhu's house, Raghav Das Goswami went. He was taking lunch at Raghav Das' house and he gave Dakshina to Raghav Pandit and is staying in Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. And Nityananda Prabhu said, okay, you go to, and then you will mercy. And after some time, what happened? The Pandit for the Durga Mandap was not there. So he was told, okay, Nityananda Prabhu told, okay, you go, that I will take care of the Pandit. And he probably met the Pandit and told him to take care. And then he ran to Puri. But this time he ran through the path of the jungle. He did not went the main road. And his father was sending messages, where is my son, where is my son? And in 7 days or 13 days, he reached Puri. Now we take one night to reach Puri. He took 7 days. Only 7 or 10 days, and it took only 3 days some buttermilk or something. And he finally reaches Puri. So Raghunath Das Goswami also got mercy, only the mercy of Nityananda there. So one time, one thieves, you would have heard the story, right? Thieves' story. They saw, and Nityananda Prabhu like Avduta, he will be dancing with his, wherever they go, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So they will be dancing. And this thief saw, my God, such jewels upon them. So this thief thought, we should steal these jewels. We should steal this. And they made a plan to steal the jewels from Nityananda Prabhu. So the first day they went, and somehow they forget the way only. They couldn't reach the house. And no, first day what happened, they were waiting when they will sleep. But the thieves only slept. The thieves only slept there. And then they thought, oh, maybe because we have not got blessings of Ma Chandi, that's happened. So next day they have a worship of Ma Chandi. They have a worship of Ma Chandi, giving up all the things that Ma Chandi will be present and things there. And next day they went, they saw 2 bodyguards were guarding the gate. And they were from Vaikunta, powerful man. Dar ke bhag gaye. Then the last day again they did Chandi Puja and they started to come. But on the way, somebody fell into a ditch. Some rain start happening. Now this leader also was so many insects were biting him, so much happening. Then he prayed, then he understood, maybe this Nityananda Prabhu is a great personality. And as he thought, Nityananda Prabhu, please forgive me. All problems, this is. And actually they went and took shelter of Nityananda Prabhu and they became devotees.
Oh.
So Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. Nityananda Prabhu said, I knew the first time you were coming. I would have that time only thekane laga. But I wanted you to come and get mercy, O Lord. So it's such a avatar jola rati na janmilo. If you don't have rati for such an avatar, papi, all life is waste. If we do not feel the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, do not feel the compassion, how merciful is Nityananda Prabhu, our life is worthless. So whole preaching is about this Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. Anybody can help. So when we are preaching, we should actually pray to people, to Nityananda Prabhu, Lord, please give your mercy. Anybody can turn into a devotee if it is the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu there. Okay, so we will end here. And so already so much, see, the Leela can go on and on eternally. Then, so last time I took 2-3 hours of class on Rishi, and you get absorbed. So then what happens? Whole day, what you're thinking about? Nityananda Prabhu. And there's a purpose of it. Festival. And that's the reason I think, feel inspired to take in the morning the classes. So that whole day we are, because who speaks, he also absorbs. Who hears, there also. So we get absorbed in Krishna Katha. So please pray for me and pray for all the devotees, Nityananda Prabhu there, and let Nityananda's mercy upon all of us shower so we can attain Gauranga Prabhu's lotus feet, the mercy.